Keep rolling, 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 rolling. We've got the shoelaces tied up. Let's go. Welcome to one of Western Australia's most beautiful beaches, Scarborough Beach. What is a triathlon? A triathlon is made up of a swim, a bike and a run, and they range from a sprint distance to standard to 70.3 all the way up to the mammoth Ironman. So today I'm going to take you through all of the kit that you need for your first triathlon, and also I'm going to take you through the transition. This is a really important part of your triathlon to get right. So first up is your swim. What do you need? So you're going to need a swim cap. Make sure you do your research, get a good pair of goggles that are going to seal on your face pretty tight so it stops the water from getting in. Now next up, depending on your race and depending on the water temperature, you're going to need either a wetsuit or what's called a swim skin. Now that we've got the swim kit out of the way, let's dive straight into these beautiful beaches, shall we? So my first tip when it comes to the swim, really acclimatise yourself. A lot of races out there are going to let you jump in the water. If you are an inexperienced swimmer, you can check out my video on how to swim. I go through all the tips to improve your swimming. It might be a good idea to either swim to the right, the left or to the back of the pack. If you end up in the middle, you might get punched in the face, people swimming across you and all sorts. I've had people grab my leg and try drag me under. All right, so you finish your swim, now it's time to jog it into transition. However, sometimes you can get out of the water not feeling so great. So it might be worth just walking it in if you're not feeling 100%. Just take your time. Next up, let's look at the transition from swim to bike. Speaking of bike, that's the first bit of kit you're gonna need. Don't worry if you haven't got one. Do what I did many years ago. I reached out to a friend that had a bike and he was able to lend me his. Or even look online. There's a lot of places out there that hire bikes out for triathlons. First off, you're gonna need a backpack. This is a proper triathlon bag. You can see here, it's got compartments at the front and the back. So here what I do is I tend to separate my wet kit and my dry kit. I'm pretty organized, setting up all of my kit for the bike leg. So when I come in from the swim leg, it's right in front of me. At the back, all of that is for the run leg. Let's say your bike has clip-in pedals. You're gonna need shoes with cleats. What I've got here is my triathlon belt because you're gonna need to display your number throughout the bike and the run. So all you're gonna need to do is just clip that on. And then for the bike leg, what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna spin that around so you have it on the back. When you come in for the run, which we'll talk about later, all you're gonna do is spin it around to the front. Before you do anything, do not touch your bike. Pop your helmet on first and clip your helmet on before you even touch your bike. Now I can touch my bike. Do not touch your bike until you've got everything on, ready to go. You'll get penalised. Right, let's have a look at clipping in. First off, your pedal's gonna be weighted. So the top of your pedal, all you need to do is run your toes over the top and then push down. Clipping out can be a little bit more daunting and a little bit scarier. What you're gonna wanna do, nice and easy, is just with your heel, is you're gonna move it outwards. Simple as that, then you can touch the ground. Right, so you've just left T1. This is always a good time to start hydrating, particularly if you've got a longer race like a 70.3 or an Ironman. You really want to start getting that nutrition in your body as well and getting those nice cis gels in. So once I've hydrated, I've got those gels in, so I'm going to find a good cadence. Everyone has different power outputs. Find a gear on your bike that you feel comfortable with and you're moving along nice and quickly. If your race is particularly flat and your bike has aero bars, you might want to settle in, get nice and low, streamline your body. Make sure to keep your eyes up though. You're creating a more aerodynamic feel and you're going to be using the same amount of effort, but you'll find you're going to be at least 5 to 10 kilometers faster. You're going to find most races are going to be what's called draft illegal. It's very important not to draft behind another cyclist. Otherwise, this is another way that you're going to get penalised. However, in saying that, if your race is draft legal, find someone, team up with someone. You're going to be conserving so much energy. So the next tip we're going to look at is the aid stations. Before you approach the aid station, there's going to be an area where you can toss your empty bottles. Ooh, look, free water. All right, so we're at the end of our race now, so let's really look at how we're going to be dismounting the bike before we head into transition for our run. Just before you approach that dismount line, come down to a nice, slow, easy speed, and then just clip out of your upper leg, start to brake, come to a complete stop, clip out of the other one, and then you're ready just to go over that line. Now, of course, that's a great way to dismount your bike for a beginner. We're going to look at some more advanced techniques, a flying dismount. So imagining that I'm still cruising along, I'm going to start to unclip my shoe and loosen the shoe. Then what I'm going to do is bring one foot out, and I'm going to be placing my foot on top of my shoe like that. I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to do the same on the other foot. So I'm going to be rolling into transition with my feet on top of my shoes, ready for a flying dismount, which I'm going to show you how. Leg off, jump off, nice and easy. Now you're at T2, let's go. All right, so you're running your bike into transition, coming into T2, rack your bike straight away. Don't touch your helmet, don't unclip your helmet. With T2, you want to rack your bike, everything else second. If you unclip this first, you're going to get penalised. You can see here I've got my trainers. A good tip is to have them tied up already. Then when you come in, all you need to do is slip them on. I've got my cap and my gel ready to get those electrolytes in. Right, so it's time to get those shoes on. Now, another key tip, your race belt, you're going to want to turn that around before you head out. Otherwise, your marshals are going to punish you. Got your gel, let's go. Your legs are going to feel like jelly once you get off the bike because you've been using different muscle groups. So whatever pace you had in mind, slow that down a little bit, at least for the first 1 or 2 kilometers, and then you can crack on into the pace that you had in mind. Keep hydrating, keep your electrolytes going about every 40 minutes, you'll be set. So you're coming into the final kilometer, push, give it all you got, show your friends and your family what you got. Get over that finish line and celebrate with them. Big thanks everyone for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, comment on these videos, like them, share them. Every little bit helps. I'll be bringing you a lot more content. There's a lot of cycling, swimming, running content on my channel already. So have a look at those videos. Best of luck in your first triathlon, or if it's your second, your third, keep improving. We're always learning. We're always striving to get better. Go get it, guys. It's time for a beer, I think. Cheers guys, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, that's very nice.